first time we met was actually in kindergarten. Neither of us remember it.
Unknowingly, we had no idea until we found out a couple months after we met each other. But I first met Nathan when me and my family, we went to his church, and I met him in youth group. I asked my dad, I begged my dad, please don't let me go to youth group. I don't want to, because I was really shy, and I still am.
I was in youth group, sitting next to some friends just talking, and her and her sister walked in, and obviously she caught my eye. I was like, ooh, who's the new pretty girls?
So, but yeah, I was really shy. I didn't talk, and Nathan was kind of shy back then too. So we didn't really say anything to each other. I think he might have said hi to me, but I kind of just sat in the corner, and I, was looking around, and he caught my eye because of his smile, and he just seemed like a really sweet person.
And then right after that, they came to camp the next day, just short out of the blue, came, and it was awesome. We kind of just started becoming friends after then.
I remember, I think the first time he actually talked to me was when we went to camp together. It was at the end of camp, and I was swinging alone, of course, by myself on a swing, and he was standing like far off, and he came up to me, and he just started talking to me a little bit, and yeah, that was the first time I remember talking to him. But I thought for a couple of days when we were at camp that he was dating Tiffany. But then I asked Tiffany, I was like, so you and Nathan, are you guys dating? And she was like, no, oh my goodness, no, honey. He's my brother. I was like, oh. And like deep down, I was like, yes.
Well, first time I said I love you was not planned at all. I always said I would wait for a long time before I would say I love you, and I really wanted to mean it.
Well, Nathan didn't tell me he loved me until I was about 17, and I never really asked him why. I think I remember him saying, he's not gonna say he loves me until, he knows he wants to marry me. So we were actually in my house, and we were just talking,
and I went in to kiss her, and then I kissed her, and then it just came out like, I love you. And I freaked out and got this big look like, oh crap.
And I was like, I was like, really? You love me? It's like here, right?
Shoot, why did I do that?
I was kind of expecting on a mountain with the sunset going down.
What is she gonna say? And then she just she got perked right up, and she was all excited and smiled and said, I love you right back. So it was pretty cool.
So when I was in Hawaii, and Nathan called me, and he was like, we were talking, and somehow my ring size came up, and I already told him my ring size.
We were talking on the phone one day, so I was like, oh, I need to know Ashley's ring size. And we talked about it before, so I call her up. I'm like, hey, Ashley, what's your ring size? And that just tore up Ashley. She's like, you're not even thinking about getting engaged, and she's going on being really dramatic.
He's not even thinking about it.
I was just laughing because I was like, I'm literally about to go purchase the ring.
So I had no idea because, he was really good at hiding that secret. And so when I came back to Colorado, he was working his job in landscaping.
So I just told her, I was like, hey, I just want to go hiking with you and maybe go out to this little diner up in the mountains, just have a nice relaxed day. And she's like, okay, cool. So I pick her up.
I had no idea where we were going, but we drove for 30 minutes, and we went to this old town, and it was really cute, and I love old towns. And
I knew this perfect rock landscape, and it just looked out across the horizon. It was just beautiful.
Nathan wasn't talking to me at all. He just, I think he asked me if I like cheese. That's his thing, to ask me if I like cheese.
I sat her there and I was like, hey, Ashley, I want to give you your gift.
And I was like, yes, I'm so excited. He's like, okay. So he had a backpack on, so I was thinking, oh, it's probably something, big. And he said he kept on telling me the days before he was nervous to give it to me, and I was like, oh.
I had my backpack on, so I pull out a motorcycle boot.
Awesome, sick, dirt biking boots, and they had, it was black and pink, and
Well, I was like, hey, let's try it on. So we go to put on her boot, and in there I put the ring box. So then when she put her foot into the boot,
when I put my foot in, I felt something at the bottom. I thought it was that, the stuff they put at the bottom of shoes. I was like, oh, there's something at the bottom. I literally had no idea Nathan was, like looking so nervous. And so I reached in, and right when I reached in, I felt this little box. And that's when, that's when, I haven't cried about this since he proposed to me. That's when, the box was on my hand, and he had the ring in his hand, and he was on one knee. And okay, so Nathan will say when he's talking that I said no to him. I really didn't say no to him.
and she started saying no. I was like, I didn't even ask you yet.
I was saying no, like no, it can't be, not like no. Okay, anyway.
It's like, why? I was just like, uh-oh. I was like, well, I just keep going. So I just started doing my whole little spiel, and I asked her to marry you.
Ashley Amber Rogers, you are my best friend, and I want to make you a promise to spend the rest of my life with you. And the rest, I had no idea what he was saying, because I was just so amazed that he was proposing to me.
She said yes, and she was crying, and she was all excited, and she had no idea, and it was great, and I totally surprised her. And then we watched the sunset together up there. We had a hammock, and it was pretty cool.
So that was, probably one of the best days ever. So when I was about 15, I had heard this song, and it was called Butterflies Don't Lie. I could tell my heart each time it isn't love, you're just some guy. There's nothing there, and what I feel is in my head. It isn't real, but I can't deny, can't even try, 'cause I know inside butterflies don't lie.
'Cause I know inside butterflies don't lie. Ooh, yeah.
I always get my way with things.
Oh, me, hands down, definitely.
I just like Nathan and open my eyes really big, and he can't say no to me.
Yeah, I had to like drag Ashley to do stuff sometimes, and she's like this really safe and cautious person. Is like, no, might get hurt, but it's definitely me. Gotta get her out of her comfort zone sometimes.
So a gift that means a lot to me that Nathan's bought me throughout the years was actually this Bible. It's an ESV study Bible, and he bought it for me one year for my birthday, and I didn't expect it at all. But once he gave it to me, it just meant so much to me, because just a relationship with our Savior, I think, is the most important thing. Especially when you're, about to get married, I think it needs to be built on Jesus. And something cute that he does every year is there's blank pages in the beginning of these, and he writes me notes. So he probably won't like it. I'm reading the one, but I think he's a good writer. And this one meant a lot to me. It says, "Dear Ashley, my hope and prayer for this year of your life is that you will grow closer to your Savior. Our relationship needs to be built with Jesus as our foundation. Only through Him will we ever have the relationship we are striving for. I love you so much, and I want our relationship to be more on fire for God. I hope this gift will help you with your walk with God and to fight off everything that attacks us. I will always be here for you no matter what." And then, the second one was talking about our engagement and stuff like that. He kind of has really sloppy handwriting, but I love his handwriting. It's actually really good.
The thing that really sold me on Ashley was her. Oh, it's hard because there's so much. It's just, if I could just like put in one little thing, it would just be her heart. Her heart is so genuine and so sweet and so loving, and everybody she meets, whether it be for the first time or you've known her forever, she just pours out her heart to you. And she's shy and she comes off reserved sometimes, but there's not a doubt in your mind that she wouldn't do anything for you or that she would always be there for you. And she's just very sweet and loving, and that's definitely what won me over. And she was just, from day one of the sweetest girls I ever met. So
Nathan, I remember back when we were 15 and you chatted me in my email. We were talking for hours, and all of a sudden something about a wedding came up, about us, one day getting married, and I just can't believe that it's actually coming and we're actually gonna be married and be one. And Nathan Andrew Smith, I can't wait to marry you, and I love you so much. And let's get married.
There's a song that's inside of my soul. It's the one that I've tried to write over and over again. I'm awake in the infinite cool, but you sing to me over and over and over again. So I lay my head back down, and I lift my hands and pray to be only yours. I pray to be only yours. I know now you're my only hope. Sing to me the song of the stars, of our galaxy's dance.